So, hello, folks, and welcome back to another edition of Rich Conversations, a series of real short and insightful conversations between myself, Rich, and somebody within my network who I see as being an absolute expert within their field. As always, I've been able to pull off a fantastic guest today, and we have Sarah Atkins from East Anglian Air Ambulance. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Rich.
Thank you so much for joining us on another edition, and so much to talk about. Today, we're really going to focus on employee engagement. And for all the right reasons, we're talking about this a lot at the moment, different organizations. Why is it so important, would you say, Sarah?
I think there's lots of reasons. And to be honest, the definition of it sometimes confuses me because I think people interpret it in lots of different ways. Essentially, it's about listening to your staff and engaging them in a way that gets the best from them. And it's important because it gets the best from them and they then want to do all that they can for the role that you've got them in.
Sure. Yeah, indeed. And this is one of the questions I always like asking as part of this series. If I was a brand new manager taking over a team for the first time, it was my first ever management gig. What kind of quick win do you think I could pull off to improve employee engagement in my team, do you think?
I think that's a great question. I think getting to know your team is really important. And some people might do that through doing a little pulse survey or looking at some recent staff survey results. I do love a survey. For some, it might just be spending some time at a away day or a lunch together and getting to know what they're interested in. And then from that, developing the hooks into how I engage people in what I want to do. Some things that tend to work for everyone, I would suggest, are looking, saying to the team, what are the things that you've been asking for a while? What are the things that you want me to work on? Doesn't mean you're committing to doing them. It means you know what the things are that they're really interested in. And doing some appreciative inquiry, I think. So when did you last feel really engaged? Where did that come from? What did that result in? And getting them to focus on what the organisation, even if it wasn't you, has done and how that has worked. You can talk to the previous manager, you can talk to your peers and ask them, but I do think starting with what the staff know is probably a really good thing. So behind me, I don't know if you can see, do you see that painting there?
I can.
So this comes from Daisy. So Daisy works in East Anglian Air Ambulance, and Daisy's big passion in life is her German Shepherd dog. And I always make the time to talk to Daisy about Axel because I love hearing about Axel, and that is a painting that Axel did for me.
And the dog painted a picture for you.
Yeah, so yes, there's a whole story behind it. And what's lovely is that I knew that Daisy was interested in that, and that means a lot to Daisy. Now, it doesn't mean that all of the staff you ask are going to go and paint you a dog picture, but it's quite a clear indicator of what happens if you build up a relationship and you find out what interests staff. And, so when I have to go and have a conversation with Daisy, she will see immediately, Sarah's interested, she wants to talk to me, and we've got the connection with her with Axel's painting in the background. Clearly, engagement can be much wider and you can do whole strategic pieces on it, but I don't think there's much substitution for getting into the detail of knowing your staff and their interests.
I think that's fabulous. And I didn't think we'd get into the subject of dog art during today's one-to-one, but yeah, fabulous idea. And I love that. It's so simple. It's as simple as that, isn't it? If you get to know individuals, you get to know what they like, what they want, what they don't like, what they don't want. Just through the art of conversation, you can really start to spark engagement. I love that.
Yeah, thank you. And I think what's important for managers to work out where things aren't working well, what those team members are struggling with, if they're right for what you've got in mind and where you may need to reposition stuff. So it's not about going in and making friends with everyone and saying, I'm here to fulfill your every dream. It's getting to know what they're capable of and what they're looking for and seeing if that aligns for your vision of what you want to be doing.
Makes total sense. It really does. Listen, Sarah, that's it. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed that. Really insightful and helps our viewers to really grasp some cool, neat ideas when it comes, and real simple ideas when it comes to employee engagement. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So, folks, we'll see you next time for another edition of Rich Conversations. See you soon.